Yo, what's good? So today we're gonna be working on this pile right here and slotting the top hat bolts. Maybe tomorrow I might do toe arms depending on how I feel. All right, so we're gonna be slotting these strut tower holes so that we can get more camber to go, you get what I'm saying, to get better fitment. Right now we only have 6 degrees. And the goal is to get maybe 10, but we'll see what we could do. So, got some new tools in. I want to play with them. So, I want to see if I could try to slot these holes and see what we could do. So I'm going to mark my spots where I need to cut with the angle grinder. I need to get a better disc. I'm just marking it with the grinding disc right now, so that I could actually cut it later on whenever I get my cutting disc. Alright, so now that we kind of marked it, it's not the prettiest at all. It's not going to be pretty. But now that we have it marked, now we can actually do something. So yeah, we're gonna wait on my cutting disc. Obviously the grinder disc is way too fat to cut through that. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. So this is how I'm leaving it for now until I get my cutting discs. All I have to do is just chop it straight forward, just so that the strut bolt can fit and then it can slide forward, and then we're good to go. All right guys, so it's the next day. Finally got, some motivation to actually work. So I notched his strut tower. So this will allow the actual center of the strut to sit further back so you can have more camber. It's not too bad, not too bad. Got a little hairy right here with the drill, but we made it work. It still fits. It'll work fine. And the camber plate will still sit straight. So I went ahead and knocked out this other side. It came out pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and start on the passenger side. Alright, so first off, you're going to see me mark my spots to cut. And then I'll start actually cutting. Alright, and then once you have your 2 slits cut, then you can take your vice grips that you bought from the last video, and then take that center slit and break it right off. Because then you can take your grinder and actually make it pretty. We got our grinding wheel back on, and then now we're actually going to make it pretty. Here, I'm going to take these right here. I don't need these anymore. And they're getting in the way. All right, so now you see how it's all chunky down at the bottom. Now we're gonna go from the inside up underneath and then clean this up a little bit. Now that we have it all clean, or kind of clean, now we can actually clean up our edges and make it look better, and then spray paint it back over and then make it look good. Now we're gonna take our flap disc and then sand down our hard edges. All right, now that we have everything set up and ready to go, we're not gonna paint it just yet, but now we're gonna test fit our top hat just to make sure everything fits nice and it doesn't get in the way of our notch. All right, now that we know everything fits up nice, see, we could do a little bit of trimming back there. I might trim that a little bit more. more, but see how our fitment is. I got my lovely wife recording for me since she's down here. You can see we have that fitment against the back of the coilover. Still could clearance a little bit more, but it should be fine. Now we're gonna cover everything that's metal with some black spray paint just so it doesn't rust. Now we got our holes lined up. Spray paint drying. I'm gonna do the tow arms in this car next. All right, guys, now that we have his front squared away, bro's tucking front on 18s. Now we're gonna start on his rear. Car jacked up in the rear. We're just doing the tow arm. So our tow arm is this arm right here. It's one of the easier arms to get to. He already has camber arms, so we're not gonna worry about that. Camber arm's not super hard to get to. Just this bolt right here and that one right there. And it's super easy. You're gonna have to worry about your filler neck. So your filler neck is gonna be right up here. This big black tube, that's your filler neck. On BMWs, this is the issue because it gets in the way of your tire, and then you end up rubbing on it and stuff like that, and you don't want that. All right, so I'm gonna get y'all set up and behind, and then I'm gonna show y'all how I do the tow arms real quick. All right, so for these two bolts, you're gonna need an 18 millimeter, and then we have our 18. So you just wanna pull out both of these bolts, and then we'll replace it with the new arm. All right, so it's an 18 on the back side. We're gonna take our other 18, or this side 18. Take other side off. Take your cam bolt out. These right here, if you don't know, they adjust your alignment. See how this has got a little, they're off center? So these adjust your alignment. So our new arm are these Godspeed arms. They're just toe arms. All right, so we're gonna adjust it out just a little bit so it'll reach. Maybe about a finger on both sides. Bolt right here, run it through. Go ahead and start our finger thread. Then run it down with your impact or whatever you're using. And now we're on to the other side. And run it through our arm. Alright, socket over it. Adjust our arm. Just so that this cam actually sits flat. Wrong way. Now, you can adjust it, but we're gonna zero this out. Now you can just adjust it with your hand, or use a wrench if it's a little too tough for you. And then we're gonna kind of lock these down, and now you're done.
Oh my God.
Got a little bit of rub going on up front, but it'll be all right. A little bit of self-clearance. Oh, we got a lot of clearancing going on. All right. know, for washers all the way around, this really doesn't ride that bad. Turning radius is slim to none though. Very slim to none. That rub it up. Alright, I'm gonna park it for a little bit.